Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. We are here. How to switch to self-love, your secret superpower. Let's just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. We've got a whole lot to talk about. Now, I got a message. Thanks so much, Ralph. Switch to self-love. I loved it. But what about the full version? What about the full version? Okay, so we're going to dive into it. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? Self-love is the secret gateway to becoming your greatest version. Without self-love, you won't go far. Look, you're just in the same position, right? You see? Now, self-love has changed my life in a phenomenal way. It's helped me connect with millions of people, live in infinite abundance. And there was a time when I didn't love myself. Look, nobody teaches us how to love ourselves, why it's so important to love ourselves, what are the benefits of loving yourself. No, they don't teach you that. That's why a lot of us are really confused. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Okay? Now, practicing the art of self-love is a lifelong process. I'm in it every single day. And it starts with this. Stop caring what other people think. Do you think that's easy to do? You think that's easy? No, it's not. It's very, 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 very difficult. Why? Because as human beings, we love to be like other people. We want to fit in. Nobody wants to be an outsider, a fringe dweller, an outcast. We want to be accepted. So therefore, we spend our whole entire lives trying to conform to other people's standards instead of creating our own. Slow motion this side. Other people's beauty standards. You look fantastic. Their body standards. I want to look like that, Ralph. It's not fair. So what helped me along my journey was to stop trying to live by other people's standards. Instead, I had to learn how to live by my own standards. And you do this simply by surrendering. It's not about competing. I want to be like them. That's a disrespect towards yourself. You want to become your greatest version. Your, not me, for you. Do it for you, baby. Right? And it's such a weight off your shoulders. For the first time, you can actually go like this. That feels better, right? Because it's a lot of stress when you are trying to squeeze that foot inside and then you realize your heel is sticking out at the back. Doesn't look good, right? So I just started to realize I've got to start creating my own standards, living in my own standard of beauty, accepting my body, how it is, the shape of my face. I love it all. And that's how to begin to love yourself. Stop trying to fit in when you were born to stand out. Slow motion this side. Okay, how many weird people do you know? Well, get to know more weird people. That is how to switch to self-love. You see, weird people aren't weird. That's just what we call them. Weird people are unique. That's why they stand out. And have you ever noticed that when you find someone who is very unique, it almost allows you to be yourself. You feel comfortable around them because you're like, they're so weird. Well, I'm going to be weird anyway, right? And then you fall into the true, authentic you. Spend time with unique people who don't care about copying other people. They are original. They love who they are 100%. And I do it all the time. I spend time with the cat down the road. I meet a lot of very, very weird people every single day. Well, I'm diving deep. And it's beautiful because they're only unique. And they remind me that I have to always honor my uniqueness. You won't find another Infinite Waters. If you do, they're a clone. When we talk of self-love, I've realized this, that you've got to go to the place where you find your greatest power. That's what's helped me along my journey. I realized for a long time I was living a very, very harmful lifestyle because I wasn't practicing self-love. I wasn't doing what I love every single day. I was in the wrong environment, the wrong friends. I was following the wrong crowd. If you're doing all of that, it's going to be very hard to love yourself. But when you go to the place where you find your greatest power, if you are a skater like me, if you're skating every single day, you're in the seat of your power. You are in the throne. If you are a makeup artist, if you are a scientist and you do that every single day, go into the lab, you are in the seat of your power. That's how to practice the art of self-love. You go to the place of your greatest empowerment every single day. I'm always in nature. I'm in the art gallery. I'm doing what I love. I get to wake up and do whatever I want and live in infinite abundance. You think I'm complaining? Can I get a hello? Absolutely not. Life is incredible. I realize how fortunate I am. That's what helps me to love myself. You see, you can't love other people until you love yourself. And not caring what other people think is the greatest form of self-love. As your self-love begins to grow, you will see it is because your self-expression is beginning to grow. And that self-expression comes, that self-confidence comes from going to the place where you find your greatest power. Now, do you love the skin you're in? I love this skin, baby. This chocolate, oh, I love it. I love it. I meet people of all shades and tones, and they love who they are. That's incredible. But for a long time, I didn't love who I was 100%. And I know a lot of people are going through the same thing. Because you see, we are born into a world where people are treated differently based on the color of their skin, where they were born, how much money they have, did they live in a mansion or a shanty town, right? That's human beings for you. Beautiful, but sometimes downright ugly. Now, when I started to love the skin I was in, I began to switch to self-love. But it goes even deeper beneath the skin. I am a multi-dimensional being having a human experience. How about that? I love all parts of me, the flaws included, what I call the perfect imperfections. I love it all. I accept it 100%. That, like the Egyptian proverb, a beautiful thing is never perfect. When you can come to love the skin you are in, when you can come to love the body you are in, it doesn't have to look like those supermodels, because we know sometimes it's photoshopped and you're never going to look like that anyway. But when you love your natural body, that's how you begin to love yourself. Because so long as we are trying to reach a beauty standard which doesn't even exist, because they don't even look like that. They've spent a long time in Photoshop and whatnot. I know because I work in Photoshop, I work in After Effects and all of these programs, so I know what you can do to a human body. You can actually make someone who looks like this look like, what the hell is that? Anyway, right? You can do great transformations. But when you begin to love yourself, you're more interested in the inner transformation as opposed to the outer transformation. To begin to love the skin you are in, you have to, what helped me, begin to live from the inside out as opposed to the outside in. You see, I have over 1 million YouTube subscribers, and that's not coming from what I'm wearing, how I look. It's coming from the message. When I receive over 2,000 messages every single day in my inbox, people thanking me, your videos have changed my life. I'm not the same person. I realized, wait a minute, this is incredible. Let's take a moment of silence. That's only because I love myself. If I didn't love myself, that wouldn't happen. Instead of hating yourself, why not start loving yourself? You see, because you can find what isn't working in you, and you can trash talk yourself. You can give yourself a really hard time. But what will it do in the end? It will create a vicious cycle. That's what will happen. An endless loop of self-hate. Now, to get out of that cycle, you have to start praising yourself. Find one attribute every single day about yourself and praise it. Say, I love this about myself. I love my smile, right? I love the way I walk. I love the way I talk. I love my voice. Find it. And then find another one, and then another one. What you're going to realize is that the more you love yourself, you're going to help other people to love themselves. You see, the problem in the world is that people don't love themselves. Instead, we're trying to gain other people's approval. We're trying to impress people who we really don't know, and they probably don't even care. That's the problem. You see, we're trying to get that love externally instead of developing it and cultivating it internally. That's the problem. Now, the solution is to start cultivating it within. And that's what changed my life, basically, right? 7-Day Vegan Challenge. What's it like being a vegan for over 13 years, eating a plant-based diet? The first week I started over 13 years ago, eating a plant-based diet, mangoes, papaya, grapefruit, brown rice, all of that beautiful stuff. I had a lot of criticism. What are you doing? Where are you going to get your protein from? Look at you, you're losing weight. It was hard. And a lot of people right now are doing the 7-Day Vegan Challenge, inspired by my videos. Many people. And they're also telling me they love it, they feel great. But the hardest part about being a vegan or eating a plant-based diet is other people poking their nose into your business. Ralph, it's sometimes hard. They tell me, like, where am I going to get my protein from? And chia seeds, spirulina, complete source of protein, 65%. It's even got more than beef. They're silent now, aren't they? Exactly. Don't concern yourself with people who judge your food regimen. It's your journey. If they don't understand that, that's fine, because it's not their journey, it's your food journey. And in the end, what you're going to find is that the results are going to show. Your plant-based diet is going to help you attract more happiness, love, financial abundance, health. I've seen it. I've attracted all of those things because I realize I am what I eat. So does the cat down the road, by the way. Now, when we talk of switching to self-love, your secret superpower. What helped me along my journey was learning to fill my own cup. I'm sharing with the world. I'm inspiring millions of people. People ask, Ralph, do you ever get tired? Well, I'm a Pisces, so no. Not in helping people. This is what I came here to do. At the same time, you like when I say that? At the same time, I realized when I was first starting Infinite Waters, sharing videos, I still wasn't filling my own cup. So I wasn't really sharing consistently because I didn't have a lot to give. You can only give what you have. You can't give what you don't have. You see, many people don't fill their own cup. To switch to self-love, you have to fill your own cup, meaning you have to practice the art of self-care. Baby, go for that massage. I'll pay for it. Great. Go hiking, go swimming, do what you love. Take care of yourself first. That's how to switch to self-love. Because so long as you are neglecting yourself, not even brushing your teeth, and trying to help people, one, you're not really going to help people, and two, you're definitely not going to help yourself. However, when you are taking care of the inside you, your emotions, how you feel, how you look even, you got a whole lot more to give. Self-love starts with self-care. Slow motion this side. So fill your own cup before you start filling other people's cups. And then you'll find you have just cracked open the beautiful gateway to self-love, which is the secret to becoming your greatest version. Now, when we talk of self-love, what happens to so many of us? Many of us, we are in jobs which don't serve us. I was for a long time, and guess what? I wasn't practicing the art of self-love because self-love begins with self-care. I wasn't taking care of my true needs. I was living for the outside world instead of the inside world. So let go of any job that is not making you happy. That's like so important, we don't even realize it. Because what you're doing for the majority of your day is either increasing your self-love or making you hate yourself. So right now, I wake up every single day with a bunch of grapes in my mouth. Shout out to all the content creators creating their own reality. That's what happens when you step into the realm of self-love. You recognize that secret. Let go of any relationships, any relationship where you're just being tolerated. What helped me switch to self-love was to say, okay, I get it. I don't want to be tolerated by anybody. I'm only going to surround myself with people who have my best interests at hand, who celebrate me. And guess what? I'm going to lift them up on my shoulders. I'm going to celebrate them. They deserve that. They're worthy of that. I'm worthy of that too. You're worthy of that too. And the cat down the road is definitely worthy of that too. So many of us, what happens? We don't love ourselves because we don't know our true worth. Loving yourself begins with knowing your true worth. Now, we are meeting people every single day. Sometimes we're in a relationship with someone and they don't really celebrate us like we know we are worthy for, right? Yet someone will celebrate you. We got to move towards that person, not the one that's just tolerating you. But ultimately, the greatest relationship we can have is with ourselves. Once you develop that relationship, you will naturally gravitate towards relationships which are reciprocal and there is a higher resonance. That's how to switch to self-love. You want people who are going to praise you and you're going to praise them too. You don't want mediocre relationships. You don't want to be around people who are only there just to be there. You want people who are your ride or die ones, who are going to have your back in a crisis, who are going to root for you. They're even going to do a backflip for you, right? They're going to do a few backflips for you, right? Because they love you. You should love them too. Now, what's helped me to switch to self-love is to realize this, that you got to be authentic. Be authentic. Don't spend your whole life trying to copy someone else. Like, don't try and be another Infinite Waters. That won't help you love yourself. Develop your own style. Like, I love every single day, and I love myself and I love other people because I develop my own style by being authentic. When you take off the mask, trying to impress people, trying to gain their approval, and even if you get their approval, you still feel you're under their control. You see, when you start doing and living on your own terms, like Frank Sinatra said, I did it my way, you move more into your true authenticity. Because now you realize it is more important to impress yourself than it is to impress other people. Slow motion this side. Now, I found that to be authentic, a very simple way to do it is to say, look, this is me. No filters, no censorship. I'm going to talk about indigos, whatever. I'm going to talk about it, right? We've spoken about so many different topics on Infinite Waters. People can see the authenticity, and that's why we are inspiring millions. We, collectively, not just me, everybody here. So realize that authenticity, the more authentic you are, when you're like, actually, I'm not just going to do what they're doing on Instagram or on YouTube. I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. And even if people laugh at me, they joke at me, they criticize me, they throw omelets at me. Hey, we're vegan here. Hey, right? Bananas at me, peaches at me. I'll just eat them, actually. Peaches are pretty tasty. Right? It doesn't matter because ultimately you are doing what you want to do. And that's the secret to self-love. You do what you want to do first and foremost. And if people don't like it, too bad. They can shove it. Oh my gosh. Anyway, right? Be proud, be proud, be proud. That's how to switch to self-love. Be proud of how far you have come. Like, keep a journal, the how far I have come journal. We've all been through a lot. We've been through the jungle and made it out. How did we do that? When you start to ponder that and contemplate that, that's how your self-love begins to grow, because your self-love will grow with your self-appreciation. You can hate yourself for what you didn't do, or you can praise yourself for how far you've come. Everything you have gone through has led you up, has led you up to this point. Everything you have gone through has led you up to this point. Let me clap for you right now. So you got to be proud of yourself. All of those challenges, those obstacles, when you were wrestling those crocodiles, you made it out alive like Not even a scratch on you, baby. Right? Self-love begins with self-appreciation. Once again, self-love is a lifelong process. Don't listen to people who say, oh, you're posting a selfie. You're so egotistical. No, that's a sign of your self-love. Be proud of your body. Be proud of who you are, because for so long we have been told that we should be ashamed of who we are. And that's why so many people are confused and don't love themselves. We're changing all of that. And right now it's time to be proud of who you are. You see, there's a difference between narcissism and self-love. Let me explain. Narcissism is when you want the spotlight for yourself. Nobody else can shine. Self-love is where you shine and you appreciate other people shine. Slow motion this side. Everybody can come into the spotlight because we are all stars. But you are so in love with your uniqueness, you don't want other people to start changing your beautiful design. Look, if everybody truly loved themselves, which that's where the world is heading to, don't worry about it, there'll be so much less stress, because stress is caused by changing ourselves into something we are not. So when you accept yourself, when you move more into your true authenticity, all of that dissolves, it disappears. And for the first time, you just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? We are here in the art gallery, just, whoa, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Baby, have a beautiful day, deep divers. We're here, infinite waters, diving deep. Once again, stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You.